In this video, traders going to look out for the crypto cult caution. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to you. All right, so this might annoy a few people out there, but hey, I'm just want to put my opinion on things, and my goal is for nobody to get hammered in any market. It's to everyone to make as much money as they possibly can, at the very least not lose a lot of money. Now, this is not a pro Bitcoin, it's not a negative Bitcoin, but what I want to talk about is this, what I perceive cult that comes around crypto. Okay, now, what I see from many people who are in Bitcoin, I'm going to use Bitcoin as an example throughout this. I know there's plenty of other crypto coins, altcoins, etc. But I'm going to just use Bitcoin because that's the biggest one, that's the most popular one, etc. I see a lot of people in Bitcoin who are holding it and they don't know why they're holding it. Now let me explain. You know, I ask somebody, hey, are you holding this because you see it increasing in value? Yes. Are you holding it because you see it being adopted as some sort of new future currency? Yes. Are you holding it because it's yes, 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 I'm holding Bitcoin because I'm in love with Bitcoin. Okay, so if that's the case, what's the end goal for you with this? And this is the key to it, guys. And I see this, you know, every so often with stocks. There's a cult type following with it, and everyone's in the stock because they love the stock, they believe in the stock. And I get it. This is not an anti-Bitcoin video by any stretch of the imagination. I personally think that there's probably some merit to having some kind of blockchain currency. It's going to help the developing world, payments, etc. Will Bitcoin be it? I don't know, whatever, forget about that for now. But the danger that I see that people have is they're so wedded to Bitcoin, they can't see what they're actually trying to achieve from it. Now, most people are trying to achieve wealth, profit from Bitcoin, in which case it needs to be looked objectively and said, okay, well, I believe it's going to be X price. Now, I don't care what your valuation of it is. If it's 100,000, a million, is it 20,000 again? Is it this, is it that? It doesn't matter. But the point is, it's having that and running the thesis around that. Because many people who bought Bitcoin or the lows saw it go up to 20,000, saw it come all the way back down again. And you know, they didn't have a thesis of, I think I want to make money from Bitcoin, and here's why I believe it's going to go to this price point. And so they sat through the big highs, the big swing lows, probably felt the emotional swings that came with it and felt disappointed with it, etc., because it didn't have a structure in place. And so many traders will approach it from a case of, well, you know, I don't know what the end goal is, but I just like Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin, and they go down the rabbit hole of why Bitcoin's so good. And it's like, well, it's trying to extract out of you what you want to see from the trade, what you want to see from the investment. You know, what justification have you got? It's going to be 100,000, because if it goes to 100,000, then is it going to be used as a currency? Is that what you're trying to get out of it? If it goes to 100,000, is that what you literally loaded up just for that? In which case, you need to be prepared for it to go to just 50,000. What signals, or 20,000, should I say? You know, what signals are you going to say, hey, well, actually, maybe it's run its course now. Maybe it's time to come. It doesn't mean you don't believe in it in the future, but you just got to think of your personal wealth and your personal reasons for getting involved in it, which for most people is to make money. They're not there to support Bitcoin by buying it and showing some support. It's not a charity, it's there to make money. So going back and thinking about why you are investing in these cryptos. You're investing in these cryptos because you want to make money, and not being caught up with the cult of it. It's all very well to listen to the bull argument and to, you know, going out to these crypto meetings and whatever, and everyone chatting about crypto and how good it is, how it's going to revolutionize the world. Yes, but that doesn't mean that Bitcoin or whatever crypto you're in is going to rock it, does it? It doesn't necessarily mean that. It could be another coin that comes out. It could be a subset of Bitcoin. It could be the new Facebook coin that's come out. It could be anything that is there and revolutionizes it and uses Bitcoin as a bit of a kind of springboard for it. Think Friends Reunited, Facebook, think MySpace, etc., etc., etc. You know, there might not be Bitcoin. So you may well be cheerleading Bitcoin and cheerleading the whole revolution of crypto, and you're going to lose money on it and not even going to be right. So my urge to you is to separate the cheerleading of crypto, of blockchain, of new currency, of decentralization, of anti-fiat and all this kind of stuff, and your trade on the cryptos, your deal on the cryptos, your investment on the cryptos. You can separate those. There's nothing wrong with saying, and I know guys done this, it's like this, and went up to 20,000, came back down to like 15,000. That was enough of a pullback for me. I'm out. I've been in since early on. That was a serious gain for me. I still believe heavily in blockchain. I'm still very much involved in it. Now it diversifies into other companies that are investing in blockchain technologies from different perspective. So he's still very much involved in it, but he's taken a substantial amount of profit out of it, and he doesn't feel the need to say, yeah, I hold Bitcoin anymore. He still believes in the Bitcoin, he still believes in it, but he's made a trade out of it. I'm sure he may well be back in the deal as it's dipped down below. I don't know, maybe he doesn't want to get involved in it again from a speculation perspective. So it's two separate things, guys. It's speculating with your own money for profit, and it's looking at the future of the technology for two. I think, unfortunately, a lot of people are combining the two, getting involved in the cult, and unfortunately putting their money in it and just saying, well, the money is symbolizing my conviction for this to be a future thing, and I've got all this money in it, and aren't I kind of really showing my support for Bitcoin? And I think that's a problem. I think that's incorrect. I think it should be two separate things. One is, hey, this is my investment in it, and I'm prepared to cut that investment if it's not working. I'm prepared to cut that investment when it gets to a point where I believe it's got to get to. I'm prepared to cut my investment if it pulls back a certain amount, just like you're investing in a company. Then the other side is cheerleading the technology. Do what you want on that side, but separate the two, because I think the danger is when we put them together, you end up being caught up and it kind of clashes, because you're thinking, well, I believe in it, I don't want to sell it. Yeah, but it's a separate thing. You can make money on that and still believe in it. Anyway, guys, what do you think about that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The crypto cult caution. Do you believe in Bitcoin? Do you believe in crypto? Have you bought it, but you still want to trade it? I mean, I've bought Bitcoin. I've made a trade in Bitcoin. I've made profit out of Bitcoin. I'm not in Bitcoin at the moment. Would I go back into Bitcoin at some point? Maybe, but for me, I'm a technical guy. It has to be something that's more technical than as opposed to me believing that blockchain's the next biggest thing. I think there's some mileage to blockchain. I think that there's a lot of kind of things that can come out of it, definitely. But is that going to cloud my judgment of whether I'm going to buy Bitcoin at these levels or Ethereum or any of the other coins? No, it's not. All right, guys, take care. See you next one. Bye-bye.